We're sitting here with two comrades from Diktyo. Yesterday, after a big orgy, we partied together at this place. Today, the situation is a little bit complicated. There are many questions in the room, so we asked you to give us a short chat about the situation today on Monday after the referendum in Athens and in Greece. So, perhaps you could introduce yourself to us and give us a short image of how your feelings and thoughts are today.
Well, I am Olga LaZazani. I am from Diktyo. The English translation is Network for Political and Social Rights. And well, I think most of the people are really happy about what happened yesterday. I think it was a surprise for everybody. I remember yesterday in the noon we were sitting here and we were thinking okay, if no wins with one vote rather than yes, it would be a huge victory because of the climate of the previous week and the conditions. And it turned out to be getting 61%, so it's huge.
I'm Margarita, Georganopoulos. I am also from Diktyo. I am also an unemployed architect for more than a year. We were partying and not believing what happened yesterday, but today things are already different.
What makes them different? Perhaps, of course, many things came through to German media and so on, and we saw 6 or 7 hours of talking with LaZazani and the other parties today. But what's in your feeling or your thoughts the different points today?
My feelings are that although we won, there is going to be something of an agreement that we won't like, and that is why probably Varoufakis stepped down. That's how I see it anyway. And we have a different interpretation of why we voted no. This no is for us, it's for the people, and it belongs to us, and we will take it back if we have to, on the streets if we have to. It does not belong to Syriza, and I don't think we are going to accept another pneumonia. Not that easy.
In a sense, what I believe is that this struggle to vote for no and the results of the struggle are emancipating per se. It's a struggle that started and in a sense finished on Sunday night, because many people in this society in a sense subverted many things they had forgiven for a long time. What I want to say is that many people resisted this media propaganda that was very strong. And apart from people who were one way or another in the left, or they are more critical on things, many people really believed in the media. They really accepted and taken for given the opinions they got. So in a sense, the fact that they did this step is emancipating per se. It's a step of struggle. And it wasn't only the media, ideological propaganda, but it was a huge propaganda against the no from the political and economic elites of the whole Europe. And it was also a very material struggle because the banks were closed. So it wasn't only, fear in ideological terms, but it was also in very material terms. People worried, people were afraid, and the fact that they did overcome this fear, it is for me one step that can take to further struggles, that can emancipate people, that can, create another climate in society.
It's it's up to us what we are going to do with it, how we are going to make it work for the people.
As you mentioned, the struggle will continue. Banks are still closed. What do you think will be the next steps for the movement? So we saw huge gatherings in the weekend in the streets of Athens and other cities. Will this go on, or will it just be somehow back to normal, back to negotiations with the EU institutions?
Well, I think now that the government took this no, and in a sense they will also handle it. So obviously we have to wait and see what happens. But I think this dynamic that was created during this week with the referendum will keep on, watching. Will keep on being there. I don't think that this week we will still have people in Syntagma like every 2 days But I think these people are in a sense waiting to see how it goes, and they're ready to be out in the streets again. So, well, it's for us also an unknown situation. It's not something that we have predicted or we know really how to handle. Like today we're going to have an assembly, we're going to talk it through. Like it's not easy, it's not... all this period, I think, of the crisis in Greece and all of these things happening are one after the other unpredicted. And, it's new situations, new struggles, new ways of struggle.
I think it's a very broader wake-up call for a lot of people. That was our joy yesterday. And for a lot of people in Europe, and we thank everybody for the solidarity. I think it was a very, very big part of the European pressure, the solidarity in Europe, and it worked, and it gave us a lot of strength. And I think that we will take it on a day-to-day basis to see how it goes, but people came down to the streets again, and that's a big yes for the next days.
Olga, when you say you would have taken a more conflicted choice, do you mean for within Greek society against what you mentioned, the mass media, the old elites and so on, or are you thinking more in the direction of European space?
Well, I'm thinking both. So to divide in a sense the society, it's not always wrong. Like, I mean, it's good in a sense to see what kind of conflicts exist in a society, what kind of class struggles, what kind of class positions, and what kind of people react to any possible change. And in this sense, it was a period that the masks were falling during this week. Like we saw all the media, the private media, acting really attacking the people who supported no, and presenting it as a huge disaster, as a danger. So in this sense, you could read behind their words, you could see their positioning in the society. And, well, I don't believe there is a society that everyone can be satisfied. We're talking about different social positions, and it's not, personal. So I don't think, in a sense, that the poor can win something if the rich don't lose anything. So, well, in this sense, conflict is not always bad or wrong in a society. And the results of the referendum were quite clear on that, because we saw all the poorest regions and the peripheries and neighborhoods voting for no in huge percentages, like the very poor areas around Piraeus that are working class people, old industrial centers that were deindustrialized, and even during the crisis, even more harshly attacked. They voted for no in above 72-73%, which is a very big percentage. While in other regions of the city, in other neighborhoods that more rich people live, the no voting was 50-50, let's say. So it is a class struggle after all. And I don't think it's good to neutralize that in the name of a national unity. And the same goes for the European elites as well, because I don't think that when we talk, in a sense, against Germany, we talk about German people or German workers. We obviously talk about the German elites and the government, the way they do policy within EU. And I think this is a common target, both for German people, Greek people, or the people of Europe.
Yeah, coming to the point of European struggles, also yesterday on the Syntagma Square we saw the delegations also from Italian activists, Spanish, German obviously. What do you think? What should they do and what should we do? I mean, especially for us as Germans, since it's mostly our government who's pushing Greece and the Greek people. What shall we bring home? Which message?
Well, in my opinion, it's a common struggle, and
It's not a national crisis, it's a class crisis, and we are united in that. There are no borders, there never were. So we will fight every way we see fit, never stop. And it was just surprising to see that 61% of Greek people can see that happen, can vote for that. And we still move on, especially if we come to feel betrayed from a deal that comes tonight.